It's 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. All is quiet here in Brentwood. But there are the few, the proud, the insane, that are wide awake and about to tackle a feat few will ever consider.
Some of them have probably just rolled out of bed and are wondering, why in the world am I doing this?
With a week out to the 11th annual Country Music Marathon, Fleet Feet Sports of Brentwood is holding its final training run. Many attempt a marathon by themselves, but these 500 people are running it together.
Accountability is the number one thing. A lot of people sign up for this group because they don't have a running buddy or they don't have a group of people they want to train with.
The challenge begins in January. It's a 16-week program that's fairly inexpensive, roughly $85.
Part of the program, the 16 weeks, is we offer clinics on nutrition, hydration, stretching, core strengthening, just gearing up head to toe.
The skills may seem basic, but for many, it's essential.
It's actually my third, but the first one I'm properly training for. So that was my motivation toward joining Fleet Feet.
Just how do they stay on pace? Fleet Feet has the answer.
We also offer pacers, so folks when they get here can find a pace group that they think would be a good fit for them, and that's been really beneficial because when you have a group of 500 people, in order to manage that, you have to break it down into small groups.
The pace groups provide extra motivation, especially as the runs lengthen.
It kept me on schedule, it motivated me, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss training opportunities, and they were doing just the camaraderie of the group has been outstanding this year.
The potential for injury grows as runs get longer, but training with a running specialty store has advantages.
We're pretty well trained to handle those lower extremity injuries. We've got a pretty big arsenal of tools at our disposal that we can basically kind of cure or correct or help ease those pains.
The training is just half the battle. Runners say it's all attitude in those last few miles.
It's that last 2.1 miles that everyone is really feeling the hurt. There's a lot of hills toward the end, and just you gotta pick yourself up on the bootstraps and go.
Lucky for them, they won't have to do it alone.
It's just more of knowing you got somebody else running with you. You don't really have to say much, it's just they're there.
When it's all said and done, the team celebrates together.
The day of the race, we open a little bit late, and people come in, bring their medals, talk about the race. I mean, that's the most exciting part of my day is talking to people about their race and how much fun it was, or how much it sucked, or whatever. It's a great experience for a lot of people, a lot of emotions.
In Brentwood, I'm Amanda Brooks, Vision News.
While we don't know why Hannah and her friend were out here on the road late at night, we do know the driver reported the two girls were standing here in the middle of the road. And for the family, there are still many unanswered questions. Now that vote will be taking place here at the Metro Courthouse. And in order to make that referendum possible, Fairground supporters will need 15,000 signatures within the next 3 weeks. With the downtown rental market capacity just above 95%, it's clear some buildings are vacant, while others are sold out. For Nashville's vacant properties like 5th and Main, they must choose a strategy, either renting or selling. With the NFL lockout still lingering over the 2011 Titans season, there's a lot of money to lose in this situation, from tickets, parking, merchandise, and concessions. At just 14 pounds, it's difficult for Corrine to do much of anything. She's being regularly fed through IV tubes to help keep her hydrated. But the positive atmosphere of Vanderbilt Children's Hospital has been encouraging for her condition.
The Grand Ole Opry, or the Grand Ole Uproar, as beloved country comedian Minnie Pearl called it, is home to many country music traditions, and Minnie is still part of the Opry family tradition.
I know that people loved Minnie Pearl just from me standing out here in this outfit. They don't know me from anybody, but because they know the character Minnie Pearl, they'll come up and hug me. Or they'll get all excited and they'll get tickled, they'll want their picture made with me, and even though they know that I'm not the real, original Minnie Pearl.
Tessa Swinehart has been impersonating the legendary country comedian for more than 11 years at the Opry. Years ago, Swinehart's community theater background landed her an acting gig at the former Opryland Park. Her connections with Opry Productions paid off when the staff was in search of country impersonators to help entertain fans before the show. Swinehart was initially asked to play another star, but fate intervened.
When I got here, the girl that he had asked to do Minnie had long dark hair and was younger than me, and I was like, man, I'd love to do Minnie, because that just seemed to fit my personality better, you know. But I didn't say anything, and when we got in the dressing room, she said, do you want to switch costumes? And I was like, yes. So we switched costumes, and I came out in the Minnie Pearl outfit, put the hat on, and the Hattie came out, and the rest is history.
Prior to every show, Swinehart greets country music fans in the Opry Plaza. She brings Minnie Pearl to life on stage with her traditional comedy routine as the crowd enters the auditorium. While there are many other Minnies in the Nashville area, many see Swinehart as the best, including other Opry impersonators.
There's just an essence. She looks the most like her, for one thing. I mean, she really looks like her, although I think she's prettier. Minnie was not a gorgeous lady, but she was amazing. But the other ladies really don't look anything like her, and there's just an essence, and she's studied. I mean, she's read.
In addition to her appearances at the Opry and in the Plaza, Swinehart can be spotted in the Nashville community at events like the Celebrity of Hope softball game and other Opry-related activities. You might even see Minnie running a race.
She has a special hat that has elastic on it to keep it on her head when she's running. So it's pretty cute to see that. You know, people get a kick out of seeing Minnie Pearl running in a 5K charity run.
While trends in country music often change, Minnie Pearl is still a crowd pleaser.
She's an icon. Regardless of people's age, somehow or another, it's passed on down through history, kind of like Elvis. People, it's still alive, and they keep passing her through the generations, so it works.
Swinehart thinks the real Minnie, whose name was actually Sarah Cannon, would have been pleased.
She was a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame, and on her plaque over there, she said there's not a death date, there's only a birth date, and that's because Sarah said that she would die, but that Minnie Pearl would live forever. So she wanted other people to carry the torch, so to say, and keep Minnie Pearl, the character of Minnie Pearl, alive. So that's what I tell people, that I'm just trying to keep Minnie Pearl's memory alive.
The Belmont rugby team is charging forward into the spring season. Without funding for a field, the team practices off campus at Nashville State Community College. This year, the practices have a purpose. The team is playing games for the first time.
I think the majority of the student body view the rugby team as there's a rugby team. Belmont has a rugby team, and I think it's really helped that we've actually had games for the first time this semester.
Because the rugby club is not officially sponsored by Belmont, club founder Bethany Nelson works hard finding ways to get the team beyond its usual practice routine. The rugby club is now part of a new development league for students who wanted to play at schools like Belmont. To participate, players must first be members of the regional union.
It was really cool to see how excited the Mid-South officials were that Belmont was getting involved.
In addition to joining the new league, the team is working hard creating relationships in the Belmont community and around town. To promote the group on campus, the team created a Facebook group, which got more than 100 students out to the most recent game. The team also ordered t-shirts and is working hard on community service projects, like a canned food drive, held last fall.
We have one planned for later this semester that we haven't gotten to yet. But it's something, for one, Belmont requires, and we feel like, two, is necessary. It helps with the aspect of the game, respect and giving back.
The club is on a mission to show what the sport is really all about, since the team didn't have an easy start.
Rugby, as a lot of other organizations such as Greek Life, are often associated with negative things, such as drinking and partying and different stuff like that. And so Belmont was really nervous about starting a team that's, I mean, to be honest, a lot of the game the game was started by a bunch of drunk Irishmen. And so to have to change the perception from such a negative thing to a positive thing, I think we've really done that.
In its ongoing attempts to build a positive campus image, the club's next goal is to see President Bob Fisher at an upcoming game. At Belmont, I'm Amanda Brooks, Vision News.